everyone, it's Bethany, and in this tutorial I am going to be opening up the machine tool organizer from Cricut. When this first came out, I wasn't quite sure that I needed it quite yet, so I didn't put it in my cart for quite a while, and then I ended up having to purchase an additional blade for my machine for a different project that I was doing, and at that point I decided I might actually go ahead and grab that machine tool organizer, because while I used to put my blades right in here when they weren't in use, I thought, and this is a wonderful spot for them, this is where a lot of people put them and it's a really perfect spot, but I actually craft with a couple different machines, so I kind of wanted to put all my tools in one spot. That way they weren't with a certain machine or with the other. I just thought that would be helpful for me organization wise. So I went ahead and got this just to help organize my blades, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I did open it up before the video just because I had to do a quick measurement for my design, but it's really cute. So I'm really impressed with it. I like that it is very simplistic in nature. So it has a little pop top here. So it's like a little clamshell pop top, and it just opens up, and what you can do is you can just dangle your little blades right in here and they just dangle in there. So I like it because it's intentionally clear around the sides so that you can see your blades. And then I'm going to go ahead and close that. What you can do is you can rotate and then take off the bottom, and then this is for some additional tips, the tips that you can swap in and out, I believe. So I don't have any of those actually, so this is going to be empty for a little bit until I can put some in there, and then I can kind of keep the little caps that come off of some of, let's see, I think this is the rotary blade. I can keep those down there if I would like to. So I thought it's really, really cute. I really like it. I like the nice frosted Cricut emblem on the top too, and I just think it's super, super sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all decorated because it's going to be so cute and fun. What I'm going to do is I went ahead already, but I'll do it to show you where I measured. I'm just measuring around the base here, and I have just about 12 inches. It's a little bit more than 12 inches, just a hair, but I'm going to go with 12 inches. And then what I'm going to do is take you into Cricut Design Space, and we can go ahead and get our little design cut and organized so that we can get this all pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go over to images, and I'm going to click there, and I am going to type in scalloped border into the little search area, and I'm going to use this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and insert my image, and then I'm going to size this down a little bit just so that we have it a little bit smaller, and I am actually going to make the width 6 inches. We'll do that. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to duplicate it because I like the size of the scallops here. And let me make this a little bit bigger so you can now really see. I am going to put these two together, and I'm just going to elongate it. So what I'm going to do is once they are placed together here, okay, I am going to go ahead and highlight both of them, and then I am going to say align, and I'm going to say align bottom. That way they are completely lined up. Now I'm going to go over here and say weld, and now it is one big piece. So now I have a just about 12-inch piece. I'm going to go ahead and make that width 12 inches, and we will be all set to go. Okay, so now that that is at 12 inches, what I'm going to do is use my Explore machine. I'm going to, first of all, let me duplicate this real quick because I'm going to do 2 different colors. But I'm going to send them through on the same mat, so I'm just going to make sure that this is all one color. So these are going to be pink, but 2 different shades of pink, but just to save time, I'll do it on the same mat. I'm going to go ahead and say make it. And it's going to call for my long mat just because these are right at 12 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say continue, and we will say okay. We know that that's going to be on the 12 by 24 mat. And then we're browsing all materials. We'll come down to vinyl, and we will say premium vinyl. Say done, and then let's load our mat and get it all cut out. Real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say edit, and I am just going to drag this over to the 2-inch mark. That way I know exactly where to place my next piece of vinyl. Okay, so I have my little vinyl pieces here, and I'm going to put one right at the 1-inch mark. And then the second one I'm going to put right at the 2-inch mark, and it just makes it easy to know exactly where to place it. Okay, so now I'm just going to open up my machine. I'm going to load it and get cutting. Okay, while that is cutting, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, just a little, and I'm going to just wipe down the surface that I'm going to be placing the vinyl on. So I'm going to be placing it on this little part of the clear area and then the little white part as well. So I'm just going to focus on those areas and get it really nice and clean. Make sure that the oils from my hands are all off. Any dust and dirt could be off as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am just going to take my weeding tool and I am going to weed out my design. So we're going to weed out this little top part and then this little bottom part, and then there's some inner parts of that little scallop that need to come out as well. So I'll quickly do that. I think this is just going to be a really fun little trim that looks really nice. Okay, and then I'm going to do this second one as well. So like I said, if you're just starting out and you only have one blade, this is definitely not necessary. In fact, I feel like I'm just celebrating my first anniversary with my Cricut. I believe I bought it last August. Again, and this tool organizer didn't come out until just recently, but I didn't really actually use more than one blade for quite a while when I was starting out with my machine. So this is not something that is something you need to buy right when you get your machine. But if you find that you have a lot of blades and you don't already have a organizational system that works for you, then you might consider this. I thought it was really, really cute, and I was in need of something to get a little organized in my space. So this turned out to be a good option. Okay, so now get all the little vinyl stickies off of me, and I'm going to grab some transfer tape and put this on. Okay, so I'm just going to use some of this clear transfer tape, and I'm going to cut it down. And we'll see if we can use one piece for both, which I think we can, just to save some materials. So I need to decide which one. I think I'm going to do the dark pink on the top and then the light pink on the bottom. Is that how I want to do it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Light pink and then dark pink. Yeah, I think I might do it that way with the light pink on top. I think that'll be really pretty. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, let's do the bottom first. So I'm going to grab my little weeding tool and just get that transfer tape off here and place it right on my design here. Okay, and then using my scraper tool, I'm just going to scrape that down. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and just pull off the carrier sheet, just like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, whoops, something's falling in the background here. I'm going to set this just like that, and I'm going to place my vinyl. Let's see. I have to get right on top of it here and just line it up the best that I can. And on that bottom part where the white is, and I'm just going to wrap it around my little organizer here, trying to keep it as straight as possible. Darling. Okay, just like that, and keeping it as straight as I can, just like that. Okay. Perfect. So now I'm going to, let me go through with my thumb there. Just get that down nice. Okay, and with my scraper, okay, so now it doesn't quite match up perfectly in the back just because I didn't have anything longer than 12 by 12. So that's why I placed that little part in the back, and that's not going to bother me. If you wanted to make that absolutely perfect, which usually is my preference as well, you just need longer vinyl. But I only had 12 by 12 sheets for this. Okay, so that is how that part looks. I think that looks really sweet. So now I'm going to reuse this transfer tape, and I am going to place it right on this second vinyl. It's rolling away here. Okay. Perfect. And grabbing my little scraper tool, I'll just scrape that down. Scrape it down. Perfect. And peel away. Now with this, what my goal is to do is have those scallops line up visually together. So there we go. Okay, so let's see. Now I need to remember, actually, you know what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to lay it down like this because I want to make sure everything lines up. So I might start in the back. Okay. And I'm okay if there's a little gap between the two. It's not going to line up perfectly, but I want them to match. The little loops, I want them to match up and down. Okay. So I'm just going to take my time. So far, so good. Okay. And this is actually pretty easy to self-correct if you need to pull it back up a little bit. Usually vinyl's not that forgiving, but for this, it's doing a really good job if you need to kind of pull it up and realign. There we go. Well, I am tickled with how that turned out. Okay, so now I'm just going to go through with my finger here first. Make sure it's all laid down. That looks really cute. And then I'll go through with my scraper. Okay. So now let's find the back. Grab a little piece here and begin pulling away. Oh my goodness, that turned out better than I thought. I actually, when I was starting to think about laying those pieces down to match up, I thought that was going to be really daunting, but that turned out really sweet. I love it. That is so me too. How cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so I think that is adorable. So I am going to go ahead and place my little blades right in there. And I am all set. Now I can just set this off to the side, but it's all really cute and I won't mind having it out in my craft space just because, let me be honest, it's cute as it was, but it just adds a little pink flair to it, which I think is just super fun and adorable. What do you guys think? I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you decided to pick this up as well. Maybe this inspired you to pick it up just so you can decorate it. You never know. All right, everyone, let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up if you think this is just darling, and I will see you all in the next video.